Hi, it's Kelly here from spiritualawakeningsigns.com, coming to you today with a video about what is the best essential oil to use to open your psychic senses. And we're going to cover some information around that, particularly to do with awakening, because there's some tips and things that you need to know when you're using essential oils. You need to be kind of careful if you're going through spiritual awakening. But what I can say, without further ado, the winner of the best essential oil for opening your psychic senses is frankincense oil. This is an oil that I have used a lot throughout my awakening. There were times where I used it really pretty much every day. It's very, very powerful. You can get it pretty much anywhere. Probably easiest thing to do is to get it online. You'll be able to get it in usually health food shops or alternative health stores, spirituality stores, things like that. And it is a wonderful oil to use. Not only does it smell really nice, but it really has an effect on your energies. It's the most powerful oil that I have found so far that can actually really have an impact on your psychic senses and open them up. In fact, that was actually a technique that was used on an energy healing course that I was at years ago in the training, and we put frankincense oil. We used it as part of the opening ceremony just to open up our psychic senses, so it really is very, very powerful. Now, if you want to use frankincense oil to open up your psychic senses, there are 3 different ways that you can use it. Now, you can decide what's best for you given in the 3 different techniques that I'm going to list, but it's important that you are mindful. If your energies are quite sensitive, don't jump in and do the most intense one on the list, as I will list them in just a moment, because your energies are quite sensitive and it really is very powerful oil to use. When you're using this, it's not only going to open your psychic senses, it's kind of going to charge them. So it's very powerful in being able to help you connect. You can use it before meditation, before healing. You can use it in any type of spiritual practice that you use or that you do. You can also use it before angel cards. You can use it daily just to keep those psychic senses open and to encourage them to develop. But you must be careful with it. So the 3 different ways that I'm going to list that you use it. Number 1 would be just to have it in your energy field. So you just want to be able to smell it in and around the home or the room that you're in. So you could use an oil diffuser. You could literally just take the lid off and smell it occasionally, just literally having it in your field, in your energy, breathing it in. When you're holding it that close to you, it's already affecting your energy field just by having it near. So you are bringing it into your energy. You can even put a few drops into a spray bottle of water and spray it around your home. It really has an effect just by being in the energy in the space around you. So that's that's number 1 of the 3 ways that I'm going to suggest. That would be the lightest option. So you want to just test it out and see how you go. Start with number 1. The second way that I would recommend that you can use it, and this is the way that I always used it initially, was literally to put a few drops in the palm of your hand and spread that oil between the hands, give them a rub together. That also kind of activates some energy as well. And then just hold them in front of your face, just up around your face, so that you can breathe that oil in, you can smell it, and also when it's that far away from you, you're actually putting it into the energetic field. And what I like to do as well is just to run it over the aura, so over the top of the head, over the shoulders, over the arms. You can even take it down over the legs, over your feet, just about that away from the actual skin or the clothing. You don't need to touch at all. It's just dragging it through the aura, through the energy, just to help kind of awaken those psychic senses. And that was the way that I pretty much always used it throughout my awakening, and it was very, very effective. The third way that you can use this oil if you really want to pack a punch, but be careful because it really does pack a punch, is that you can actually apply it to the soles of the feet. So the centre of the feet, if you just put a few drops in and just kind of rub it in, you can, and if you're not sure, you can spread it out over a little bit further. You can put it onto the skin, and you'll find that not only does it open the psychic senses, it's going to activate and kind of awaken every single chakra up through the central system. So you're going to find that you really get everything awakening up and becoming quite acute. However, you have to be careful. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is a physical note, that you want to look after the 3D body. So you must take responsibility for your health and check things first. Now, I'm comfortable applying the oil to my skin. I've never had any problem with good quality oils, but not everyone is the same. Some people need to use a carrier oil, and some people it just doesn't agree with their skin. So check that out before you go dousing yourself in oil. You have to be kind of careful. So please take that into account. However, I have to say I've never had any problem with it, and I like using the oils directly on my hands and things like that. The other note that I wanted to make is that if you are already going through awakening and you are particularly sensitive, or you're having a difficult awakening, I would say lean on maybe the first option of just having it in and around your space, or use something different like tea tree oil, which is really going to ground you just for just now. You might find that using the frankincense oil is a little bit too intense if your energies are already quite open. And trust me, when you're going through awakening, everything's already wakening up quite intensely anyway. You don't need to overdo it. So just be gentle with testing it out. Try it, maybe having it in the room, or getting a frankincense candle, or the spray bottle idea, and just see how you feel, how your energies are. It's really important to monitor how you respond, how your energies respond in relation to that. I know that you'll love using the oil. It really does work. But what I can tell you is I actually have a free resource for you that you can use today if that's something that you're interested in. It's called How to Tap Into Your Psychic Senses and Unleash the Intuitive Abilities Within. It is a free masterclass. It's one of the best videos I think that we've done, and I really enjoyed doing it. It's all about your intuition and how to really activate that in ways that work. We've got a 3-step system that really does work. So you can click on the link below and go and check that out. I know that you'll love it. It's such an interesting and fascinating topic. I hope that you've enjoyed the video today. Please remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and give us a little thumbs up. We really, really appreciate it. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and see you again soon. Bye bye.